Most students realize that the roof is possibly the most important part of a building, and the sooner you can get the roof on your building, the less damage it will sustain from the elements. This brings us back to our original planning and the question whether there were allowed enough time, money, and materials to get the house covered. Once the roof is in place, the builder can relax a little and perhaps take a little time off. It would be very strange if any harm came to the building now. As a matter of fact, a log building can benefit greatly by being left at this stage to settle and dry before finishing. There are at least 5 different styles of roof that are commonly used on log buildings. It is up to the builder to decide on the basis of his skill, material available, preference, and cost. You can choose log gables with ridge and purlins, trusses and purlins, post and purlins, framed gables and purlins, or a raftered roof without purlins, or indeed a cottage roof with no gables at all. Log gables are best suited to a low-pitched roof where settling will be less. Trusses and purlins are beyond question the most elegant style of roof structure, with post and purlins a close second. Trusses do entail extra work, and as such may be considered more expensive. If you are able to do the work yourself and have a good understanding of how to go about it, I do not think that the difference in time and money should cause the builder any worry. Depending on what materials are available, he may be able to build a truss system or a post and purlin roof system out of logs on the site and save the cost of manufactured components. Framed gable ends with log purlins are an old and favored style. The purlins are supported by timbers or multiple framing pieces, not unlike a post and purlin system. The finish can be shakes or any other natural material. In this video, we are going to build a king post truss. But first, let's agree on a few terms. A rafter has rise, run, and length, whether they are principal rafters or common rafters. The cuts are laid out as level or horizontal cuts, and any vertical cut is called a plumb cut. The span of the rafter pair is most often the width of the building. The length of the rafter, L, can be calculated by a simple formula. The length is equal to the root of the height squared plus the run squared. The actual height and run of the rafter may require an allowance for the ridge, purlins, and king post. Subtract the distance d, or a component of the distance, to find the run, r, and the rise, h. Trusses are classified according to their design. It may be a simple truss, that is a triangle with 3 chords. It may be a king post truss with a central post that will hold 2 purlin braces up. It may be a collar tie truss that has a horizontal member about halfway up to support the weight of the purlins, and also a short king post. A queen post truss will be the same as the last, with 2 additional uprights under the collar tie. You might choose to build a W truss, which has 2 king posts and 2 purlin supports, or you might build a hammer beam truss, which is much like a collar tie truss with additional purlin supports. Beyond this, you will be using bridge type trusses and mechanical components. The other styles named can be made with wood pegs only, or, as is more often the case, with minimal bolt connections.